Chapter 1, Children's Well-Being, What It Is and How to Achieve It. So preventive health. The preventive health concept emphasizes the importance of assuming responsibility for one's personal well-being. On a personal level, examples of preventive health practices include eating a nutritious diet, participating in physical activity, securing immunizations, and wearing seat belts. On a social level, citizens have a collective responsibility to support policies and practices that promote the health of all individuals, such as establishing food safety standards, regulating air pollution, and advocating for child safety legislation. And so there are national health initiatives and programs that support and promote children's well-being, such as Healthy People 2020, National Children's Agenda, and the Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP. Also, the Healthy Child Care America, National Health and Safety Performance Standards for Child Care, No Child Left Behind, and that's now called Success for All Students, Coordinated Student Health Programs, National Children's Safety, and Let's Move. In what ways are health, safety, and nutrition interrelated? Well, although each component is important by itself, all three must be considered collectively. Each component influences the state and quality of the others. So health plus safety plus nutrition equals well-being. So what is health? Health is a state of physical, social, economic, emotional, cultural, and spiritual well-being. So think about how might these qualities affect each other and also influence an individual's health. Health is determined by the dynamic interaction of heredity and genetics and the environment. Heredity sets the limit and potential. Environment includes factors like nutrition and stress. The quality of a person's health is always changing. In what ways can teachers promote children's health? Children's safety. The term safety refers to the behaviors and practices that reduce the risk of unintentional injury. Why must teachers always be aware of children's safety issues? Well, unintentional injuries cause the majority of childhood deaths, and prevention is every adult's responsibility to prevent those deaths and injuries. Children's nutrition. Food provides nutrients that are essential for growth, energy, protection from illness and disease, and continuous tissue repairs. Food insecurity and unhealthy dietary practices can lead to malnutrition and/or obesity and resistance to infections or illness. Children's behavior is also affected by the quality of their diet. So let's take a look then at child's growth and development. The term growth refers to the numerous physical changes in the body, such as eruption of teeth, increased height, weight gain, and improved visual acuity that occur as a child matures. Growth results from the interaction of genetic potential and environmental factors like exercise, sleep, and nutrition. The term development describes changes that occur in the complexity of children's cognitive, social, emotional, motor, and language abilities. Development involves an interactive process of maturation and opportunity to experience and practice. Children's brain development. An infant's brain is wired and ready to learn at birth. Maternal practices during pregnancy influence the brain's structural development. A majority of a child's brain development occurs by age 5. Sensitive periods are when connections occur more readily. There's more plasticity, and this is the ability to organize and reorganize pathways. So here we have a picture of the neuron, which is actually a brain cell, and you can see the cell body, you can see the nucleus, you can see the axon, which is how the neuron communicates with other neurons, and then there is a myelin sheath that covers that axon, and at the tip of the axon are terminal buttons and then synapses. That's how this neuron communicates with other neurons or sends a message. And then at the top you can see branches coming out from the neuron. These are called dendrites. And the dendrites are how the neuron receives messages from other neurons' axons. And so to the right is a picture of the influence of environment on the development of neurons. And so you can see that at birth there aren't very many. At 1 month, 3 months, 15 months, and 24 months, you can see how many more connections have been developed through interactions with the environment. If a child doesn't have a lot of interactions with the environment, then those connections and neural networks won't develop. Children's oral health. So the purpose of teeth is for chewing, maintaining space for permanent teeth, helping shape the jaw, and for speech. And so in the picture we have here, you have the colors that indicate the different types of teeth, like the central incisor, the lateral incisor, the canine or cuspid teeth, the first molars and second molars, and then average time or age when these erupt or grow in. What practices are important for promoting children's oral health? So children's social and emotional competence. Social and emotional competence refers to the way a child thinks, feels, and acts on a daily basis. It affects how a child handles stress, communicates, and makes decisions. It ultimately influences a child's self-concept or ideas about themselves and their self-esteem or how they think other people value them. Children's mental health. 1 in 5 children and adolescents have a mental health disorder. 1 in 10 have a serious emotional disturbance that disrupts their daily functioning. When early problems are not treated, they can contribute to school failure, family conflict, drug abuse because the child may be self-medicating, violence, depression, and suicide. Here are some signs of mental health problems: uncontrollable anger, prolonged feelings of hopelessness or sadness, extreme fearfulness or anxiousness, difficulty concentrating or remaining focused, persistent nightmares, eating disorders, violent or aggressive behaviors such as setting fires, killing animals, or deliberately hurting others. So how can we promote children's social and emotional competence? We can provide a positive role model, and so in essence, participating in the kinds of behaviors that we want the children to participate in. Create environments that are supportive, responsive, and respectful of children's development and individual characteristics. Teach children effective social, communication, and problem-solving skills, and recognize signs of emotional problems and refer children early for intervention. So how do we build resiliency? Resiliency is actually the ability of a child to deal with stress and negative environments. So teachers can help children become more resilient by fostering supportive, nurturing environments and positive parenting skills. And the best way that we can promote positive parenting skills in early childhood environments is to orchestrate situations where parents can observe staff interacting using positive guidance skills, and that's the best way parents learn. Promoting effective social communication and problem-solving skills, modeling appropriate behavior, offering praise and encouragement, and respecting children and avoiding biased or judgmental treatment. So here is a way that we could connect everyday practice to what we've been talking about. For example, here are some situations that might exhibit what happens in everyday life. So Maddie was in tears when she finally decided to show her mother what a friend's mother had posted on Facebook. And the mother blamed Maddie for a low grade her daughter recently received on a group science project. School-aged children have been quick to adopt cyberbullying as a preferred method for harassing their peers. And because they have access to cell phones, tablets, and computers, this has made it real easy for children to reach their victims and to engage in a more non-confrontational bully system. So many administrators believe that cyberbullying is reaching a crisis level in their schools. And school boards are establishing disciplinary policies in an effort to curb malicious postings and online harassment. And here you have two examples, one of a parent that's actually harassing a child, and then some examples of school age, some discussion on school age bullying. So children and bullying. Why do some children bully others? What groups of children are more likely to be victimized? What is cyberbullying and what can families do to protect their children? So these are topics